So, I'm Mrs. G, and it's Sheana Graham, and I want to tell you a little bit about myself. I have a master's degree in business and human resource management, and I've done a lot of teaching with K through 9, K through 12, high school, did a lot of teaching with high school and public speaking, and I've also done about 5 or so years at the college level as well. I am a human resource professional. Training and development is my specialty, as well as employee relations. But I've done everything from management to administrative work to assistant work. So I've done a lot in human resources, and I love it to the core. I really, really do. But I want to take this opportunity. You can read my profile, but I want to take this opportunity to welcome you all to human resource management. I think we're going to have a great time. I'm going to send you videos. I'm going to send you information. I'm going to try to guide you through every step of this process. Don't get overwhelmed. You can do it. I know you can. I have complete faith in all of you. But this is going to be a great class. You're going to get a real good introduction of human resources and a lot of different areas of human resources. So the first thing I want you to really focus on this week is actually getting to know the forum. If you haven't really been into the My Course area, make sure that you familiarize yourself with that particular area. The announcements are important. Check those every week and every chance that you get. I will always send an announcement to your email address. Sometimes I make an announcement at 10 o'clock at night, but I'll always send it to your email address, so make sure that you check for weekly announcements. Course information, that's just going to give you the syllabus in there, the learning modules, and I'm looking directly from the left-hand side of the course. The learning modules, that's really important. When you go into the learning modules, you want to click on each and every single area. Your readings are in there. Some of your readings are going to come from SHRM. At this point, you also want to make sure that you have your SHRM membership, Society for Human Resource Management, a very important organization for human resource professionals. But make sure that you get your membership, because articles that are related to the course, which you should be referencing in your papers and in your work and in your discussions, are going to come from there. So you want to make sure that you have your SHRM membership. But your learning modules also have your rubrics and your guidelines for your assignments and your guidelines for putting information into your discussion board. When you think about this week's discussion, your initial post, all of this information is in your rubric, but your initial post should be 3 to 4 sentences every week. It needs to be done by 11:59, and it's just in it by 11:59. Your first post by 11:59 on Thursday night, and also you need to reply to 2 other classmates with thoughtful replies. Thoughtful, critical thinking replies, information, not just, well, I really agree with that. That's a really good idea. Think of the 5 W's. Who, why, when, where, how. Who, why, what, when, where, how. That's 6. But think about that. When somebody's writing something, who are they talking about? Why are they talking about them? Where is this taking place? Why is it important? How is this going to affect human resources? How is it going to affect the organizational development or the organizational environment? Think about those kinds of things when you're answering and talking to your class. And utilize the information from the text. And we don't have an actual textbook. We have the SHRM membership. So you want to utilize that information. In the beginning, it's not as clear. You're getting your feet wet. You're jumping in. But as we progress, I am looking for, in your discussion, and especially in your papers and anything that you turn in, I am looking for you to reference information from the readings as well as the SHRM articles that are presented to you to make and demonstrate your understanding of the concepts. So that's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm always looking for. Of course, you have your discussion board, and then you have your research and your writing and your My Instructor, and there's some information on me in there, and your grades and your course tools. Now, as far as your papers, if you don't know how to write a term paper, there is help and assistance. There's tutoring available. If you do not have information on tutoring, I will post information on tutoring so that you can have some. You can also ask your advisor if you don't know where to locate that, but there's tutoring available. You should always write your papers and reread them before you turn them in. Get into the habit of rereading things, because we're human. We all make mistakes. And sometimes, always make sure you spell check, but spell check won't catch grammar. Not necessarily. Here, and here. Here's my paper. I hear you, and here, okay, and there, and there. Go over there. That's their homework, and they're coming with us. Spell checks doesn't catch that kind of grammar situation or grammar issue. You do need to know how to do your reference page in APA format. I don't want to throw too much at you in this first introduction. I just wanted to introduce myself, welcome you to the class, and I wanted to make sure that I went over a couple things with you. And this week, you have a few things that are due. You have your discussion that's due, and you should be thinking about what company you are going to choose for your final project. Now, this is still the company that you'll be working on throughout the course. There's going to be a discussion board area, and everybody needs to choose and post their company in that area. Now, let me tell you, no duplicates. Please don't duplicate. It's first come, first serve, so hurry up. But no duplicates, and you can't do a company that someone else is doing. So if you see that your company's taken, there's so many companies out there. So there's examples actually in the readings that you can actually utilize as well. So on that discussion board area, in that area, I want you to post what company you've chosen, and I want everybody to go in there and read and make sure before you tell me, because I don't. It says, you know, get your instructor's approval. I've only denied one, and that was only because it was a little bit racy, and we want to keep it in an educational environment, and we want to make sure that everything is handled accordingly. So other than that, I'll be sending you my announcements, and I'll be writing your announcements. I do like to speak and discuss your paper so that you can hear the tone of my voice, because I don't want it to seem like I'm not being critical. I'm just trying to give you guidelines on how to improve your papers, and we'll go over more of that information later on throughout the course. But I think I've given you a pretty good basic and general information here. Everything you do right now is going to be working toward that final project. That final project is a big one. It's worth 425 points. So by all means, you want to make sure that the projects along the way are done to the best of your ability, and making sure that you correct any errors that are in them. All term papers should have a cover page or a title page, as well as a reference page on the back. Even the PowerPoint presentation in this course, it should have a cover page and it should have a reference page in the back. Now, the PowerPoint, I will accept your references as you go throughout it, and we'll talk about that later. That's further along down in the course. But if you have any questions, feel free to send me an email. I did list my phone number. Mind you, at certain times, I might not be able to answer the phone or get your call, but leave me a message with your phone number and the best time to call you back, and I'll be sure that I make sure that I do that. Questions, thoughts, concerns, let me know. Welcome to Human Resources Management, and welcome to week 1. Let's get this term started, and good luck to you all. I'm sure you don't need any luck. You'll do just fine. Just keep up with the work, and let's communicate, and let's learn something from each other, and hopefully you're going to walk out of here knowing a little something more about human resources that you didn't know before.